Ambassador Sorensen. Ok, imamo vremena za još jedno pitanje, izvolite. Would you just introduce yourself?
Mr. Buzek, you had warm words. You expressed
you
warm
speak
words.
English. I have translation to your language.
For this country, and this I appreciate very much that you have such warm words. And you speak also about the real topics which has to be spoken about, also the Constitution. And I will just remind you that you said the constitutional changes have to be, some of them at least. So, but how to manage this? You only say we have to, the public, journalists, and so on, has to go direction Europe, but you don't name what the real problem is. This is the constitution which we are supporting since '95. And this is the constitution. This is the problem. We have to have new constitution. And now my question, will you as a European Parliament, this is something different than the Commission, bring this topic to the Commission and into public, that one has to have serious changes. Second question, we are confronted with a very serious crisis in the Euro countries, and also so in European community or union. If we have this crisis, there must be an effect on the perspective of the integration of Western Balkan countries. And this is, I think, a very serious problem now. Are any positions now already made? Can you give maybe at least your opinion to this? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Serious changes in your constitution, and also from some points of view, another law on the lower level as well, because constitution is the highest level of the law, and they are necessary. And my colleagues from the European Parliament are in constant contact with your parliamentary assembly, and it is for me quite clear that I should report in this direction, and to ask my colleagues, rapporteurs on this region, and also colleagues which are in permanent delegation connected with Bosnia and Herzegovina, to take care about such an important point. And we can collaborate, and we can give you some good examples of similar solutions. In Central European countries, we had to go through a very similar period and to change a lot during a few years. So it's quite similar situation today in Bosnia and Herzegovina and also in other Western Balkan countries. And what is connected with your second question, the EU, even in a crisis, remains the biggest economy in the world. It's first important issue. It is a space of freedom, democracy, and justice, you know very well, and it should not disturb in any way current difficulties in the Eurozone with any enlargement policy. And I would like to underline, just to make it clear for you, that Greece, because it's a main reason for trouble with and disturbances in the Eurozone, discrepancies in the Eurozone from a financial point of view, Greece is less than 2% of GDP rate. So less than 2% of economy of Eurozone is Greece. Because of enormous big national debt, they have some problems from point of view of finances of the country. And now the whole Eurozone is in some troubles. But economy is still healthy. The growth rate in Eurozone is about 1%. European Union is not very high, of course. We prefer to have 3% or 3.5%, which is average for European Union. But probably it will be the case in 1 or 2 years. So from this point of view, situation is not dangerous for any decision connected to enlargement. So you should not be aware about that. We are really open. Well, let me say, it's a very important moment, I think, for all of us. We would like to have Bosnia and Herzegovina and all the Western Balkan countries in the European Union case by case, country by country, because you must be prepared. You must fulfill the European standards, which are very well known. It's important much more for you and for your citizens even than for European Union, because they are better standards. I know from my own experience as well, because the standards in my country for the citizens, all the standards were much worse than after integration, or thanks to preparation to the integration. We could change in the positive direction a lot of standards. So from this point of view, it's very important that you will prepare yourself. And there are some other European countries which would like to have the same proposal as you have today. For example, in Eastern Europe, they do not have such a proposal yet, or maybe in general, they do not have such a proposal for many, many reasons. So we must be also very well organized, and we would like to be very well organized with you, with Bosnia and Herzegovina, cooperate. And if you wish, if you are ready, we would like to help you. So it's also reasons that I am here, because I wanted to show that is really country in the heart of Europe. I am not joking. Very important history of the country and everything what has happened over the last 1,000 years or even more, 2,000 years, is very important for whole Europe. So it's very important that you are together with us and cooperating with us. Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for your engagement and all the international institutions. I think, I'm quite sure that you are very helpful also in our context between the whole European Union, my colleagues from the European Parliament, and all the communities, 3 communities, and the country, Bosnia and Herzegovina. So thank you very much for your engagement, Mr. Ambassador.